The largest group of people who overstay are Indian migrants. Homelessness a lifestyle choice. British Pakistani men are part of gangs that harm vulnerable English girls. These are some of the controversial statements by former British Home Secretary Suella Braverman. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak removed Suella Braverman from her position on November 13. The decision comes shortly after Braverman's critique of the London police's handling of pro-Palestinian protests, accusing them of double standards. Braverman, a staunch conservative leader, has a history of making provocative remarks on various issues from immigration to social problems. Here's a closer look at some of her notable statements. I quote, "Look at migration in this country. The largest group of people who overstay are Indian migrants." In October 2022, Braverman voiced reservations about the UK's trade deal with India, suggesting it could lead to increased migration. She claimed that Indian migrants constituted the largest group of visa overstayers in Britain, questioning the effectiveness of the 2021 deal signed by her predecessor, Preeti Patel. I quote, "British Pakistani men are part of grooming gangs that pursue drug, rape, and harm vulnerable English girls." During an April 2023 interview with Sky News, Braverman accused British Pakistani men of being involved in grooming gangs that targeted vulnerable English girls. She asserted that these groups pursued, drugged, raped, and harmed young women, sparking controversy and raising concerns about generalizations. I quote, "I would love to have a front page of the Telegraph with a plane taking off to Rwanda. That's my dream, it's my obsession." Braverman drew attention last year for advocating the deportation of asylum seekers to Rwanda, expressing her dream of a front-page headline depicting a plane taking off to the African country. This proposal faced criticism from political opponents, international courts, and human rights organizations due to concerns about Rwanda's human rights record. I quote, "It's the coalition of chaos, it's the Guardian reading, tofu eating Vokrati." Following large-scale protests organized by the environmental activist group Just Stop Oil, Braverman labeled the campaigners and the opposition as the coalition of chaos. She blamed Labour and Liberal Democrats for hindering a crime and policing bills in the House of Commons, accusing them of obstructing the police's efforts to address the protests. I quote, "Homelessness her lifestyle choice." In a recent statement, Braverman suggested that homelessness could be a lifestyle choice, emphasizing the need to differentiate between those genuinely homeless and others. She warned that without proper policies, British cities could face challenges similar to those in the US, such as crime, drug use, and squalor. The sacking of Braverman adds a new layer to the political landscape, raising questions about the government's direction and the future of key policy areas.